I think I've covered everything that needs to be said. That, you know, we don't have legislation on having tyres that are older than the people that were travelling on it. You know, Michael was 18. He had his whole life ahead of him, as did Kerry Ogden. And this coach company, I believe it was immoral. It may not have been illegal, but it was immoral to have a tyre that old, and it was second hand on their coach. As I said, I will go away and I'm going to seek legal advice on where we go next with this. It won't bring Michael back, but if this can prevent any other family going through what we've been through today, then we intend to pursue that.
A breath of fresh air maybe is a good way to put it. I'm just pleased that that was the verdict that came through. Pleased is not a good word to use. It's the best possible outcome for him as a professional driver, but it's very tragic for all those who died, and I'm just glad that the age of tyres will be looked into.
It is certainly the collision that has affected the most people at once that I've ever dealt with, but is it the most major impact? There are others on a par with it, you know, but you've got to look at it from an individual point of view. For each of those families, there is nothing that's worse has happened in their lives. I think the families wish they never were here in the first place. Any road user, people in their cars should look after their tyres. I mean, you know, people shouldn't bump up the curb. People should look at their tyres on a regular basis. It's not just the pressures, but they should look, see if there are any cracks in the sidewall, see if there are any cracks on the gaps between the treads. Look for where they've got the stones trapped in them. You know, the people do not, they take them for granted. They work 99.9% of the time. The tyre in this instance did not show any evidence of failure. Sometime in the previous weeks or months it began to fail, and it failed at that point.